So I guess we've all been there, right? Everything's going fine, we're watching a game, things tactically are going really well, and then all of a sudden your player gets sent off. Now your initial reactions might be, why God, why? Stupid game, man, I'm being FM'd again. But fear not, people, that is what I am here for. I am here to give you some advice on what to do should you have a player sent off, or in some cases what not to do. Welcome viewers, it is me, MrDizTV, with my first video for FMSCOUT. So firstly, hello, great to have you all, happy to be here. Secondly, can I ask you a favour? Can you please like this video, subscribe to the channel? And what I want to know is things that you would do if you have a player sent off that I haven't covered. I really need to know, because I think it's important that we remember that this is my opinion and we all play this beautiful game differently, but I'd really love to know what you guys would do. So please make sure you like it and, you know, maybe they'll invite me back. So the example I showed you is from my offline Glory Hunter save, not my online Nutbreader save, which can be found on MrDizTV, which is my own Twitch channel as well as my YouTube channel. Go check it out, please. It would mean the world to me. But this was my offline Glory Hunter save, and I want to tell you the first thing you should do is not panic. Do not panic. It might be really easy to all of a sudden get into your tactics menu and start clicking things and, like, you know, trying to like make things work and all that stuff. But no, do not panic. That is one of the worst things you could do. And ultimately, just try and take a deep breath. Calm. Now, just for full transparency, that was a highlight I showed you right at the start, but I'm going to show you what I would do tactically via the tactics screen. This isn't a live in-game situation, unfortunately, because that would take forever, but I will show you things that I would do. And the second one I would do is, if you are down to 10 men, is I would replace the position of the person who's been sent off unless they're an attacking midfielder or a forward, because it's important that you fill those roles. I think it's really important that you do that. You've done your tactic for a reason, but what you don't want to do is bring that down lower. And you've also got to remember that those attacking positions are also doing some defensive work as well. And the one you could probably get rid of is that shadow striker or this attacking midfield position, as well as potentially the striker. So that's what I would do as number 2. Number 3, I would make sure nobody else is going to get stuck in. Okay, nobody else is on tackle harder. Now you got to be careful with that, because when you look at some roles, so let's look at Declan Rice here. He is, as a ball winning midfielder on defense, is tackle harder, and that is preset. There is nothing you can do about that. You can't get rid of that. So I'd potentially look at changing his role, because I can try and help you if you're down to 10 men. If you're down to 9 men, there's nothing I can do. I cannot help you. You might as well just put your feet up, put your hands on your heads, and just let the game play out, because at 9 men, you're done, you're finished. But at 10 men, I can help you. Please carry on watching this video. Even if it means changing some of the roles, it's what I'd be doing, even having as a deep line playmaker. But just go through everyone's individual instructions and make sure that get stuck in is not on, because you might have done it manually as well. And especially the players with yellow cards next to their names, you need to make sure that they're protected as well, because like I said, at 9 men it's going to be more difficult, whereas at 10 men you've still got a chance. Do change your mentality, but be very careful about this. Now, we all know the mentality button on the top left of your tactics screen, but you've got to remember as well that certain mentality unlocks certain parts of the game. So for instance, if you're on attacking mentality, you can only time waste the maximum of sometimes. That is not going to help you. So what you need to do at this point is probably change it to a positive. Now, be mindful of this bit here, the familiarity. If you go straight on defensive, straight away, your familiarity goes down. A tactical familiarity is still really important, and it's something we will discuss at a later time. So make those little tweaks, go to positive, and then when you go, if you're on an attack mentality, just try and go 1 down if you can, because that will help you with your tactical familiarity, and it means then you can time waste frequently. Now, in relation to time wasting, I'd probably stay around the 70th minute before I start using this. From the 70th to the 80th minute, I'd go to sometimes, and then from the 80th onwards, I'd go to frequently. That's probably what I would do. But there's also other ways of time wasting, and that might be that you have a slightly shorter passing directness and a slower tempo. The reason why that is so important is because it means that you're keeping the ball, and while you're keeping the ball, the other team hasn't got it and they can't score. I'd also be playing out the defense, but another thing I'd be doing is in relation to the goalkeeper. I'd be distributing it to my centre backs or my full backs, but I'd also be slowing the pace down. That's what I'd be doing, and these are different ways that you can ensure that you're time wasting, you're keeping the ball and the opposition hasn't got it. So these are things I'd be doing, time wasting 100%, but also focusing on the mentality and make sure you're not going too low. So your tactical familiarity is totally damaged. Go down one, don't be attacking or very attacking, stay at positive at best, unless you're chasing the game, in which case it's different. Now, one of the things that mainly people have is counter press on. That is genuinely what people have, and that's because they press, they win the ball high up, and then they try and launch a counter attack quick time, which will end up in a goal. But in situations where you're down to 10 men, that could mean that your players are out of position and people can literally rip right through you. So I'd go to regroup. This means that as soon as possession is lost, players will go back and fill their positions, and that is really important when you're down to 10 men. Just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe to the FMSCOUT account. Let me know if you agree with the ones that I've already discussed. We've got 2 more to go, so let me know what you're thinking. And also, please go check out my channel, MrDizTV. You know me as the host of the Scouting Centre, where I make podcasts and interview some of your favourite Football Manager content creators. But there's a lot more Football Manager orientated videos coming out as of this week, so I'll see you there. Do not isolate your centre forward. If you are still playing with the centre forward, do not isolate them. You've still got a chance of scoring goals, so that's really important. And it might mean that you just drop the line back a little bit. And dropping the line back will mean that ultimately your team's still together, everyone's together, and that then means that you can potentially keep possession better. So that's really important. But it also means that that centre forward is not isolated, which then basically means it's a waste of a player. So that's what I do. I drop the lines down, make it a little bit more compact. I'd even go down from your defensive line and just go to a standard line. I wouldn't go beyond that, because obviously the deeper you get, the more you're inviting pressure on. You're already regrouping as well. But literally do not isolate your centre forward, because that will not help. There are some theories that the more you pause the game, the less highlights that there are, and that might be cheating the game a little bit. I don't think it is, but ultimately what you're doing is you're just reviewing everything. So make sure you're doing that. Finally, and this one is purely subjective, opposition instructions. You might want to remove them. Now, the reason being is while you're focusing on the opposition instructions, it could potentially be taking a player out of your system. So if you're playing, for instance, a 4-4-2 and you're man marking somebody, that player who is man marking will literally follow him most places or try and get close to him. That could leave gaping holes. You're already down to 10 men, and it could leave gaping holes in your system. So it might be worth just potentially clearing all your opposition instructions and just focusing on your own game. That's probably what I'd be doing. Let me know what you'd be doing. So that's it, viewers. You let me know whether you agree with any of them. If you don't agree with them, that's fine. We all play this beautiful game our own way. But what I want to know is what you would do. Because if I haven't thought of anything, maybe it will help me in my glory hunter, which I'll be honest, 6 seasons in, offline, it's not going so glorious, which is, yeah, embarrassing. But let me know, please, once again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, let me know what you want. Go and check out my channel. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's my first video for FM Scout, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Take care. Bye-bye.